Hello, and welcome to this digital learning conversation between a group of our Year 6 learners and Miss Goddard, our Year 6 teacher. Today's conversation will focus on how the Year 6 class have used Flipgrid to perform and share poetry at the end of a remote learning English unit. Inspired by the poem The Dreadful Menace and the 2014 BBC Winter Olympics advert, Year 6 wrote their own poems from the point of view of winter over a series of remote learning English lessons. The children then recorded themselves performing their poem and uploaded their recording to Flipgrid so that it could be shared, liked and celebrated with the rest of the class. This gave the children a chance to reflect on other people's recordings and listen to those as well as their own.
Okay, good afternoon Year 6. We're going to have a bit of a chat about how we've used Flipgrid to support our learning. So talk to me then, how did we use Flipgrid to help us with our learning whilst we were working remotely? How did Flipgrid help, Tom?
It helped because it helped us understand that poetry is to be shared and read aloud instead of just kept to yourself.
Brilliant. So we shared our poems, didn't we? We shared our poems via Flipgrid, and it helped us be able to do that in a really effective way. What other skills did it help build with our learning then, Emma?
It could possibly it brought me a bit more confidence too, because normally I'm a bit shy with speaking in front of people, but it's a bit like speaking in front of the class, being in the classroom, but it's just another helpful way to communicate with other people and share your work.
Yeah, so a nice performance. So you'd written your poetry and this was your way of performing. What was the poetry all about? Tell us a bit more about the poetry. Gilly, what was the poetry about?
The poetry was all about winter and how winter would come in, like the way it was, like you could describe the different parts, how it looked, how it would make people feel.
Yeah, so we wrote from the point of view of winter, and as Tom said, we looked at the poetry could be performed and shared aloud, and Emma said that it built up her confidence, and it was a nice way, wasn't it, to sort of celebrate all the lovely learning you've done over the previous week or so to write these poems. So what skills did you learn then through that? What skills did you learn? Imi, what skills did you learn?
Well, one of the skills was just the performance and how you perform your poem, where you read it aloud, slow, clear.
Yeah, so you thought about the actual performance, whether you had to read it slow, how clear you could be. Tom, do you want to add to that?
And it was also just learning how to use Flipgrid.
Go on, so what about you learning how to use Flipgrid?
Or just how to record it and how to send it off to other people, and just using the tools on Flipgrid.
So using the tools on Flipgrid, how to record, how to send, any other tools on Flipgrid that you had to use or that you were able to have a bit of a play around with? Gilly, anything else on Flipgrid?
Well, you could have your camera off, your camera on, you could do different elements, you could add stickers, borders, and almost customise it to make it your own.
Yeah, and actually some of you did some really good job with adding borders that fitted the theme, or perhaps having a cover photo that fitted the theme. So yeah, that was really, really good, wasn't it? Talk to me about privacy then, because actually we talked a little bit about how Flipgrid can support our e-safety understanding. What did we talk about? How can Flipgrid support our e-safety, Emma?
Flipgrid can support it because you can make it so that it's password protected, so that for you to get onto the page with all of the Flipgrid recordings, you have to be given a code and you have to know the code, so it's secure so that no one can find out anything. And
yeah, so only us can look at it. It's just for our school, just for us to have a look at and explore other people's, so no one could find that unless they had the password and the code. How else could we ensure that it was perfectly safe? Imi?
It it was also safe because after we'd recorded our poems, it just sent to you, Miss G, and you had to accept it before it went out so everyone else could see it.
Yeah, so another sort of talking point that we discussed with our e-safety learning, helping to bring that to the forefront of our minds. So you've talked a bit about the sort of skills from Flipgrid, you've talked about a bit of e-safety, and I know you talked a little bit about this performing skills. Did it help with any other skills in terms of that performance? Did it help with any other skills in terms of that performance? I know Imi talked about being slow and clear. Anything else? Tom, you did a really good reading, so did it help with your performing skills in any way?
It helped because then you can take in that advice and use it again if you ever have to read something out.
Yeah, fantastic. So actually we can build on those skills and use those again. And finally, what was exciting? What have you found exciting about using Flipgrid? What did you find exciting, Jilly?
I found exciting listening to everybody else's poems and like seeing how they'd done it, and then you could think, okay, I could have done that better, or I really like that part. Yeah, and also like when you get a like on your thing, it'll make you feel as though you've done a good job, which is
quite exciting, isn't it, when someone else gives you a like on yours? But also, you're right, you can compare and reflect on other people's. Anyone want to add to that? Emma?
It's exciting, especially for the creator of the Flipgrid, to see the interaction of views and how long people have spent on the website, and you can also see the number of responses, and it's just the creator to know that people have engaged and have enjoyed it and have spent however much time on.
Yeah, fantastic. So that engagement of people looking at it, and actually that instant feedback you get through those likes, don't you? When you know if people have liked it, they've engaged with yours, they've enjoyed listening to it, and you get some instant feedback from that. Thank you guys, you did a really good job with the Flipgrid, and it's been really interesting to hear your views in this conversation too.
This was a digital learning conversation between learners and staff at Cornerstone C of E Primary in Hampshire in the UK. To find out more about how we are using digital technology to enhance teaching and learning at our school, please get in contact with us.